Oh my God, I just saw Dan Levy's picture. Really sad. 2026 is not, hi Marianne. 2026 has not been a super relaxing year. I'm going with not relaxing. By the way, I found my prequel spray. I'll be putting this into a different bottle. I mean, it's like you gotta really want to get wet. I'm gonna put this in, I think, the Road bottle because that one has the perfect mist. Oh my God, Catherine O'Hara, what? First of all, to think that there's never going to be a Schitt's Creek movie. I mean, now there for sure won't. She was from SCTV days. I can remember her. And one of our favorite movies of all time is Best in Show in This House. She was such a gift from Home Alone. I mean, the prequel spray is way too heavy. I don't think it's a mist. I think it's a drench. I mean, like it's dripping wet. Like you can't just put a little of it on. It's a little much. I'm gonna put it in a different bottle. But it is nice. Like it's delicious, but it's just, you know, if I was at the pool, maybe. Schitt's Creek is pure joy. I swear I was like, I need something to uplift me. And I was thinking about watching it again. And now I'm not feeling that uplifted. Just everybody who's posted about her today that knew her, just like to know her is to love her. And she was brilliant, brilliant. So sad. Was she sick? Does anybody know? Like, have they said anything of what her cause of death was? Anything? Because I saw when it first went up, and I was driving, and I couldn't like search, and by the time I got home, it was just so everywhere. She was quite the personality and quite the amazing talent. Sad. 71 is not old. She and Eugene Levy were both on SCTV, if you guys remember. She was so great. So great. I mean, Dan casting her, like he grew up with her, you know, being kind of the yin to the yang of his dad. You know, they were in so many things together, and just that their comedic timing was so absolutely perfect with each other. And she was awesome. Just awesome. A delight. Moira forever. Moira Rose is the most iconic character. They said brief illness. Oh, she was looking extremely thin last pics I've seen, but this is out of nowhere. Yeah. Does anybody else want to have a 2026 do-over, or has this been the longest month ever and we'll just get on with it? Like, bring the rest of it, we'll take it. I did just see that we won't be having a sunset before 5 o'clock again till, you know, not right now. till the next time that the clocks change. We got some crazy snow today, and everybody was like all freaked out about it, which is so weird because it snows here all the time, except for today it was like a big deal. I feel like this is just the 6th year of 2020, and this is why I put Kahlua in my coffee tonight. I my son took extra classes and went to summer school so that he could graduate early and have a rest before law school. And he came in here a little while ago and he said, "Are we still going to go to the Japanese market tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, do you think Dad's going to want to come with us, or is he going to have to be here?" And I was like, "Where is he going to have to be?" I was very confused. He's like, "What day is it?" He goes, "I'm on island time." And I go, "I wish we were on island time." My sister and her husband are in Grand Cayman right now. She sent me a picture of the beach today, and I sent her a picture, like a video of the snowstorm. It was great. I need to go away. I don't know why anybody would choose to live where I live. Like, I want to take my ancestors and say, San Diego, or something like that. Why do we all live here? I don't know. I just can't. And then my son wants to go to law school here so that he can practice here. And I'm like, well, I think that California would be an outstanding place to practice. How about the west side of Florida somewhere, maybe near Sanibel Island? That's a great place for attorneys. I don't know. It's so good here in the summer. Like, there isn't a better city in the summertime, literally, than Chicago, or worse. I just, ugh. Yep. This is literally the 15th day in a row of below zero here. You're done. Molly, I look at my weather and I just always look at yours because you're right behind me, and that means I'm you the next day, except you're usually like a little more extreme than I am. And quite honestly, I'm going to turn my phone down just in case. I don't want to get demonetized. You never know what's going to blast out of my phone. And then I lose track of what I'm saying. I look at the Weather Channel and I pull it up and I've got my weather, and I'll take a look at it. I'll look at the week. Like, oh, well, we won't be breaking freezing here. And then I'll look at Molly's and I'll be like, oh, it really is -5 at Molly's today. And then I'll look at mine and go, wow, we're like a balmy 13 right now. And she's at 5. Then I look at Negril, Jamaica, and I want to like freak out. Try Toronto, Canada, -13 with wind chill of 24 below today. Oh my God. That is why you have that underground thing, right? In Toronto. My husband and I went to Toronto a couple times. We love it there. And I was pregnant with my son one of the times that we went there. And Rick and I like to walk. We're walkers. And we were walking. And every 5 minutes, I needed to go in somewhere and go to the bathroom. And he always felt like he had to like buy something at whatever store we went into, or coffee place or whatever, as we would stop. And he was like, Michelle, I don't even have like enough arms anymore to carry the things that we need so that you can go to the bathroom more. But I couldn't help it. He was laying on my bladder. Such a great city, but whew, that's some temperatures that I could live without right now. You guys must be especially sad about Catherine O'Hara today in Canada. She was just the best, right? I don't even know if I can show like videos of her on here. I probably can't. Better not. Oh, so sad. She was like a national treasure. I wonder what a brief illness means. Does that mean like she was like diagnosed at like stage 4 of something like right away? I don't. A brief illness. I guess that's how I guess I'd want to do it. A brief something. She was just so incredibly talented and so funny. I mean, I am starting Schitt's Creek, probably like everybody is. We all need to watch it again. Tomorrow, I told my husband, I'm like, we're watching Best in Show. We love it. We love that movie. Like it's like a religion. So what's going on with everybody? Happy Friday. I know it's like, we're like the up and down people. Like everything in the world is so insane that I just don't even know what to say anymore, other than we're going to pretend that nothing bad is happening when we're here because we have plenty of practice with the other. Honestly. Has anyone picked up the Do It All yet? I need to know. Are you doing it all? Maria! Maria's making chili. Ooh, chili con carne. I love it. Sounds like a summertime delight. What was the temperature today? We were just commiserating about our cold temperatures. Maria, do you have It Cosmetics there? Because I am dying to know what this is like on oily skin. The It Do It All. It's doing it all for me. I don't even want to put anything else on right now. It's so weird. It Cosmetics. They're cool. I'm all for it. I'm in love with the It Balm. I just can't believe this. I know. Did you ever think you would say I love anything that's done by It Cosmetics? 31 degrees Celsius at the moment. Siri, what's 31 degrees Celsius? Hey Siri. Hey Siri. What is 31 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? Oh, Maria. 87.8, you guys. Maria, are you hot? Because I do understand the hot. But I would really like some. Molly would probably just like to have your humidity. Is it humid? Nope, it was never it for me. I mean, ever. I do have some It brushes. I'm telling you, when there is a good sale at Ulta, to pick up a couple It brushes, like I've had this brush for probably, I don't even know, more than 10 years. And I still love it. Like it's one of those like just really easy powder brushes. You got the air conditioning on. Yeah, I had my butt warmer on in my car today. So my son and I were trying to thaw ourselves when we got into the car. So my husband, when he's in my car, he turns the heat off that comes at him. He only likes it coming out at the feet. My son and I like to be blasted. 87. Molly, you just want to be hot all the time. I know. If Molly could be in 100% humidity with 95-degree weather every day, she would take it in a minute. In a minute. Well. Uh-oh, I can hear them downstairs. Those crazy guys in my house. 87, Molly. 87. So you don't mind heat, but you don't like humidity. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I went to school in Arizona and I stayed for summer school one year. During the winter, it is spectacular. It's just never cold, really. You get some cool nights here and there, but cold is like something that's relative. And we stayed for the summer. And it's like, 110. And you would go to your car to turn it on. And I couldn't even sit down on the seat. People's like, they would put like these giant sunglass things, like a big piece of cardboard, like across their dashboard so that it wouldn't get so hot. But man, until you've been in summer in Arizona, you don't believe in dry heat. It's still hot. It's still hotter than anything. You're 107 degrees warmer than we were this week. That's a lot. That's a lot. Some parts of Victoria, Australia have been near 120 recently. Nope. And we're having the weirdest thing happen right now with Florida. Has anyone checked on Florida to make sure they're okay? Because I saw some things like frost warnings in Florida and possibly some snow. Is that true? Or is it pretend? Let's see what the temperature is in Florida right now. Okay, so it's not that cold. Tomorrow night, it's going to be in the 30s there. But then it's going to be back up. They can have 2 days. Those crazy Floridians. There is so much extreme weather. Like, I feel like it's getting colder and hotter, like both. It's nuts. 120 is just obscene, though. Molly, would you take 120? Huge snowstorm going to hit Georgia and the Carolinas this week, I think. Oh, Holly. What about Holly? What's going to happen to her? And who else lives there? Kelly? Oh, the South is, and they don't have anything to take the snow away. I mean, if it snows there, it's not like they can deploy the salt trucks and the plows. What do they do? I have no idea. I don't know. Oh, okay. Guys, I love SUQQU. Like, I love SUQQU. But it's getting harder and harder to order it. Can we please not have any more tariffs? Because the makeup is so good. But the tariffs are killing me. Killing me. I do get a few of the things sent to me from them, and those get here, no problem. I don't pay any tariffs on that. Anything that I buy, I'm trying to think of what I spent. I was like right around the minimum spend, and I paid like $50 in tariffs to get my stuff released. And that was a lot. And yes, within, reason, SUQQU is affordable luxury, I would say. Like, it's not, it's a lot less than Tom Ford. Obviously not as high as Louis Vuitton. But we're going to address the elephant in the room. What are people thinking about the woman who shall be nameless on my channel getting a little extra attention? a lot of videos out there for people to watch right now. And Sephora looks like they've got a little problem that they're going to have to finally deal with. I'll just say that about that. All right, well, tonight we're going to talk about some fun springy makeup because it's really springy outside. I'm in my comfy, like French terry cloth sweats and no makeup. My eyes are healing. We did the roller thingy, or not the pen, the micro needling. Will Sephora do anything? Isn't that just the $600 million question per year? I do agree SUQQU is lovely, but I gave up buying since too troublesome for me as far as cost and logistics. Okay, so logistically, I will tell you that shopping with them at the store has become even more delightful than ever. They sent me video swatches. They sent me photos. They've talked to me on the phone. They're just so responsive to email. And I will put the email in here in case anybody wants to order anything. I will tell you that they do a wonderful job at Selfridges with the SUQQU. And they are offering really great online things now for us too that we can sign up for to see the whole collection. And this last time it was done by one of the makeup artists, and it was a whole hour of, her trying stuff on and talking about it and trying out the different colors and conversing with us. And it was just so nice. Okay, there is their email that I just put into the chat. They make it so seamless. If you do meet the medium, if you do meet the minimum spend, I can talk, you do get free shipping. So worrying about paying for global shipping at Selfridges at this point is like, there's no such thing as free shipping. But you are paying tariffs, and people do need to know that. And the way that it comes is, for at least in the US, it comes from DHL. So DHL will send me an email and it'll let me know. I track all my packages, so they start to, send me emails. And then you'll get one that says, it's cleared customs or whatever. It's going to be clearing customs, and you'll see like it came to your airport, and then you have to pay in order for them to release it. And if you don't do it really fast, you have to if it's close to a weekend, it could sit there all weekend. So I'm always like paying really, really quickly, and it did get here. So I was very happy about that. But yeah, $50 on, I should really know this, right? Let's see what I paid. Let's see what I bought. Let's talk about that first. I want to show you guys a picture of this beautiful collection because honestly, the makeup has been consistently my favorite for a while. I feel like the aesthetic is very much, it reminds me of how Chanel used to be, if that makes sense. I want to see. I just want to pull up the picture. Oh, I know. I have it in my notes. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to click on that so you guys can see the whole collection. The spring collection comes out after holiday. And then the next collection that they have is one of my favorites of the year because there are two collections a year that used to only be for SUQQU Europe. And they are designed by Jorge George Makeup. And he always has my favorite collections. Like last year, my two favorite eyeshadow palettes were from him. He just is so incredibly talented. And his early summer, they call it, is his collection. And it didn't used to go to Japan, and I believe it does now. It used to like just be like a Europe exclusive thing. So they would call it early summer, and then they give you summer. So there are quite a lot of collections, but they have done a bunch of things for this collection that are new. And I love this. The collection this time is called Obitori, which means it's inspired by the Japanese expression that means the cherry, the Japanese apricot, the peach, the plum, each bloom in their own way, flourishing not in comparison, but in authenticity. So it's about blooming yourself, and it's about beating your own drum. You are your own beauty. You're not in competition with anybody else. You are only beautiful, and we're not going to compare you to anything. And I love that. So it says the collection is led by the brand new SUQQU Complexion Face Color. So let's just pull one of them. This one is number 2. This is a new container. And this is a liquid blush. So we'll be looking at that. They had a liquid blush that was like in the squeezy tube in the holiday, and I think that these formulas are similar. So it says the collection is led by the brand new SUQQU Complexion Face Color, delivering a fresh, dewy flush. Each shade melts seamlessly into skin, adding radiance and joy while awaiting a soft yet assured confidence within. Well, okay. Here are the blushes. There is one that they're holding for me because I kind of goofed. There's one that is limited edition that is not in that picture, and it's kind of like a bright pinky, maybe coral. It's hard to tell. That they're holding one for me when I make my next order, because I kind of messed up on the lipsticks and that. And I just didn't want to order again because I didn't want to have like more shipping to deal with. You have to meet the minimum, and it was too confusing. They also have a new formula. One of the things that I love that I don't normally love in real life, because I always forget about them, are the singles. The SUQQU ones, I'll pull some of them out, but this is a new formula. I haven't even touched it yet. And I got one of them. Let me pull this down. It's like a cream. I'm thinking cream to powder because that's what it looks like. We'll see. They do say that it dries down, so we will find out about that. This new formula is called, Get Some Glasses, Michelle. It's called MS. What does that stand for? Well, I don't know. MS. We'll have to find out. I'm not sure what that stands for. The eyeshadow palette. Have we talked about the eyeshadow palette yet or no? I can't remember. We talked about this palette. Did I show this palette? Did I do the blush? Do I remember? I have no idea. We've seen this before. It is very reminiscent of that Coral Treasures that Chanel had a few years ago. So if you're playing at home, you really probably have, let me pull this. Or not. Okay, here is Coral Treasure. For those of you who have this, the colors are, they vibe the same. So we've got SUQQU up here and Chanel here. Probably do a better job with Chanel on my hand. It's that same idea. You know, you pick out your bright pinks and your peachy colors. The Coral Treasure one had that kind of iridescent, kind of went to purple a little bit. Whereas like in the SUQQU, the Shifty one goes more pink to orange. But they both have like that same kind of feel. Let's take these little guys out. You know, that kind of lavender pink, kind of orangey look, kind of the same. Hi, everybody. Oh, listening in the car. Oh, Holly, your husband is so sweet. My husband would be like, what are you doing? He could barely listen to a podcast in the car with me today. Felice is here, finally in the car on the way home from dinner with my family. We'll turn on sound when I get home. Great. Holly, we heard you're about to get pummeled with some bad weather. Listening in the car. Hello, Nicole. Happy Friday. So we're vibing with our very springy look They really are quite similar. No need to probably to do this combination more than once. It's fun, but it's a little bit fun for me. But wow, so similar. Interesting. And on the swatches of the SUQQU seem to be a lot more consistent than the ones from the Chanel. But well, we'll play, we'll see. I am using rougher brushes tonight that were sent to me. Thank you, Tom. I've been using rougher brushes for a long time, and it is my pleasure and excitement to, you guys know, get anything. And to get rougher brushes is quite the treat. So I will be using those tonight. They normally do 2 eyeshadow palettes when there's a collection. Normally, they'll do kind of a cooler one and a warmer one. This time they only did one because they came out with these blushes and the new singles that came out. There's a finish called Luster, which is like exactly what you would think. It's got like that. Here, let me grab one. It's got kind of like a sparkly, shimmery kind of a vibe, but it can be chunky, not in a bad way chunky, but different size particles. This is a Luster. So it's got like that pretty reflect. They had one in light blue that I was definitely going to get. And then I was like, all right, there's blue in the Guerlain, which I haven't picked up yet. There's blue in the Chanel that's coming. How much blue eyeshadow does one need? So I didn't buy it. But they have a green, you guys, and I am definitely going to order it because I don't know if any of you saw, I posted it on my stories, but Armani, the color that that Armani did is like mint for next year. So mint will be coming our way, and they have like a mint luster eyeshadow single that probably needs to be mine. I do love green, but I tend to like the grungier greens than the springier greens. Okay, so this one is called like a satin, and you can see that it's got like a nice sheen to it. That's one of the single formulas. And then we have the P, which is prismatic. These have that shift. So when it goes on, you'll see the color shift back and forth. Here's a Luster that was limited edition. And you'll see it's got quite a lot of dimension. And this new formula, which I've not even touched yet, is, I think it came in 4 different colors, but this was like the most kind of neutral, if that's a word that I use a lot, yes, of the group. They are coming out with a new foundation, and I don't know if it's on embargo or not, so I'm not going to pull it out tonight. I don't want to get in trouble for sharing something early. So I am going to use the It Cosmetics Do It All instead of the new liquid foundation. But they are coming out with a new liquid foundation, and that will be coming the next launch. That's what's coming. Let's put these guys back. Coral Treasures. Okay, this is Kinusa. I always hope that I'm saying these words correctly, you know? So this is shiny. Okay, it's definitely like a creamy feel. Ooh, that's, of course I only picked up one. That looks really pretty. It's definitely got some slip. Ooh, that's picking up some really pretty color. It's got like a dimensional shift to it with teeny tiny little sparkles. Well, I'm going to want to put this all over because this is like almost like an oyster kind of a color. When you look at it, it's like champagne-y, but kind of peachy. What a pretty formula. I really like that. I'm very scared of cream eyeshadows right now because I was completely traumatized by the liquid eyeshadows on my eyes most recently. And I don't want to be one of those people that's like afraid of certain makeup, but it might be. All right, so we have a new limited edition eyeshadow palette, which we talked about. The Luster family got some new colors. We talked about that. I will show them to you. Let's take a look at all the different pieces before we get started. Okay. All right, so these are the liquid blushes. And here you can see up at the top, you'll get a better sense of the colors when I pull them out. But there's the lavender, and they talked about using it underneath also as like a color corrector because it can show through like the foundation. I thought that was really interesting. Number 2 is like a baby pink. Number 3 is kind of a peachy pink. And then number 4 is like a beige peach. Number 5, I do have, it's a brighter pink. And number 6 is that limited edition kind of bright pinky coral color. And here are the eyeshadows. These, the top are the, oh, they're called Mellow Shine. That would be the MS. Mellow Shine. Mellow Shine. I think that was kind of a mellow shine. Like I think they nailed the mellow shine. But as you can see, I got the lightest one, which is the first one. It's the new glow finish that reveals translucence through soft radiance and depth paired with limited edition shades of the sparkling luster. And if you look over here, you can see that the first one is like an icy blue, which is why I was all over it. I was like, oh, I want the blue, I want the blue. And then I thought, how much blue can I possibly get? The green, that one, I think I'm going to need to get. The peachy one, I didn't think it was like that special. But now that I'm seeing these, I was going to get this kind of berry tone over here. And I think I'm going to, but I wasn't sure because it reminded me a lot of the Patrick Ta in that color. And I wasn't sure if it was going to be sparkly or shimmery. And I thought I better check out the formula first. Anyway, that's my whole story. Okay, has anybody picked up this foundation besides Molly? Molly and I we're part of the It family now. which we're excited. I'm going to be putting this on. So here are the shadows. This is the one eyeshadow palette that was sent to me. I did not pick up this highlighter because on the skin, it was very hard to tell if it would even be too light for me. And I wasn't sure how blue the blue was going to be. And we know that Chanel is doing the blue. And I just kind of like went back and forth, like how many blue highlighters does a girl need in her 50s? We may have to examine that question at some point, but not today. All right, so I am going to put this Do It All on, and I am telling you, Molly, give us your synopsis of this dreamy product of which you need very little. It's beyond. I don't even watch this, you guys. I'm going to do half my face, okay? Now, I learned my lesson that first night of how much of this you need, which is barely touching the pan, and completely evens your skin tone out. I do like it with a brush or fingers because I do like having that skincare benefit. Like I really want to feel it. It's not greasy at all, but it's glowy without being too glowy. Like I don't feel reflective in it, but it really does even things out. It's kind of a wild product. I mean, you need so little. It feels like nothing, but not in the way like that you don't feel protected. You know how sometimes when you have nothing on, your skin feels like it's going to dehydrate or overproduce oil or whatever your skin does when it's not treated. For this product, I just feel like everything's just fine. You know, like things are just good. Things are just the way that you would want them to be. And I always like to use my hands because too much product is never a good thing. I couldn't tell if it was even putting it on because it just disappeared into your skin so thin, but evens out and you don't even know it's there, but it covers. Yeah. And in that way, that not comparing it totally to the Lisa Eldridge, but in the same way that the Lisa Eldridge skin tint does not go in one single line, that is how this is. And I did buy, as I told you guys, the deeper color. So I will use this just as like a sculpt today. This color is 315 medium cool. It's the only cool color besides 125 fair cool and the darkest shade that they have. There are only 15 shades that they like to tell you are flexible, which I agree that things are flexible, but I also think that there's more than 3 cool tones. And your skin shows through, but it covers enough and it can be built up where you need it. And so I don't know. If this formula is as successful as I think it will be, I think they will be making new shades like now that'll, come out whenever that happens. I don't know what their production schedule is like, but I will show you how you can use your finger before I start putting on concealer. It melts fairly quickly under your finger, so it warms the product up. And this is probably all you would need. It's just to touch each. And then it can be built up to, I think, a really nice light coverage. And it's not going to cover up all of your sun damage, and you definitely can conceal afterward. Like when I was going somewhere the other day and I really kind of wanted my skin to look kind of more polished, I took out my Lisa Eldridge little pencil, and you take your mirror, not your 10 times magnifying mirror like I'm using, but you kind of go where you see the little shadows and like the imperfections, and you can definitely wear less makeup just by using, a smaller little thing like this. And then, because I am me, I have to put on my Victoria Beckham concealer, because for me, need a little brightening, and this is my absolute favorite. Now, my face here needs to be less deflated, so I make it lighter there. Let's see. I'm going to take one of my Shoto 5s. And I'm just going to really kind of concentrate the lighter color on this part of my face, because I want it to appear like kind of the same as the rest of my face and not so deflated. And honestly, these Shoto brushes, look at this, how you can go right underneath your eye, because it's got these teeny tiny little bristles on that are at the top. I shouldn't even call them bristles. They're like little fuzzy delights that just blend everything in really easily. The Shoto brushes have really become my favorite brushes that they've made. So I'm much more even. I would say this is perfect for like every day and for fast running out the door and for travel, since it's not a liquid. I think it's like a no-brainer. I think go to Ulta, have a good time, and pick one of these up. Do not buy the $50 brush. You have brushes. I can't believe they wanted $50 for one brush. Thought that was kind of insane. But they have good sales usually, so maybe at some point. But you really just need something that's going to not soak up a lot of the product. All right, we're going to try this new shadow. And I'm going to use my finger because this is the kind of formula that's like perfect for that. I'm just going to take a little bit of it onto my hand. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's going into like a cream to powder. It's not going to stay wet, but it's got that pearly. This is a nice formula because it goes on very creamy, but then you can feel as the slip kind of reduces and you kind of get that really pretty blown out look. This could be like a great little one and done, especially for those of you who like that fly out the door fast in the morning kind of put together vibe. So you can just see like it would just catch the light in different places. Sometimes it's really nice to just have something on underneath that's going to show through. And I just want to see really quick what this would be like just built up like in the center, and then we'll try some of the other eyeshadow on with it. Yeah, I mean, I think this is really, really pretty. The pearl is so tiny that's in it and so fine. It's a great, let's just put it there. I want to take a teeny little bit and put it right in my inner corner. This is going to be such a good just a good one to grab. It's going to brighten up like any look. All right. There are 3 of these new colors at my house. They sent me number 5, which I've had a chance to use and love it. And the formula is very long wearing and really pretty. So this is the one that I chose. This is number 5. And you can see it shears out really nicely, but has, you know, nice color. It's got a good flush. And we've got, I picked out the light pink because I was trying to think like, okay, what's coming? What have I seen? And I just kept thinking like, I don't really have anything that's like that Dior baby pink anymore. So there is the baby pink, and we'll see it more, I think, underneath things. And then we have the lavender, which one of them had under their eyes, like kind of color correcting, and I was interested. Just, it's got more lavender to it than like that YSL one that looked like whiteout. Like you can actually see that there's like a sheen that's this color. So fun. This formula seems like it's really nice, and I think it builds really well. Let's put a little lavender on first, because I know most people are like goo for lavender these days. Let's see what this looks like as kind of a highlight. I'm always looking for something that reminds me of Lila's from Chanel, because it's gone, and I kind of have that vibe, like where you can see that it's there. Without it being like loud. It's not a loud lavender. This is also why I thought, why do I need a powder highlighter if this is going to be kind of highlighter-y? Put a little of the pink on. Let's just see what this looks like. The formula does remind me a lot of the one from the holiday collection. So they were probably playing around with it at that point. So just a little flush here. And then this color is my fave. Love this. This I'm putting over here and over here, and I will tell you why. I have decided that I really like blush, and I don't want heavy contour. Sometimes I just want blush. You know, I just bought all those contours, and yes, they're fantastic and I love them, but sometimes you just, like, we used to do blush draping, and what was contour? Like, we didn't even know, and it was youthful and pretty. And I just think sometimes you just don't need it, especially with a really colorful look. And we used kind of a sculpting color here, so I have some definition. Now, if you really want to, take a tiny little bit of cocoa, just because we do love it. And just right back here, just like so slight, just a tiny, tiny amount, and a little bit right here. Who doesn't need a little definition? But that's it. Not going any further with that today. I do need to put my lips need something. So this is one of the limited edition lipsticks. These come separately like this, and then you buy the case. They pop in like this, and this is color 111. I'm going to pair it with my Mob Beauty favorite M159. And I'm not overlining very much. I just want just a little bit, and then we'll put this on and see what the shape looks like. Well, that's kind of pretty. It's dimensional. It's got some sparkle running through it. It's a nice nude. Like nude without being too nude. Okay, I like it. All right, we're going to put together an eye look. Did you guys go into your makeup and find a palette or an eyeshadow that you haven't worn in a really, really long time that you loved? Can you share what you found? Please. Did you guys look? I looked. I got a few. I am going to, I really like this just all by itself, and I could just put some mascara on and be done, but obviously I'm going to try out these shades for you guys. But I do like that by itself. So I'm going to take the Rougher 01. It's like the Do It All brush. And I think I'm going to go into this lavender color first because it's kind of matte. I just want to, I don't want to cover this all up because I really do like the way that that looks. I'm going to put a little of it here, but most of this you won't see. But I just want to have a little hint of that lavender kind of showing up here. And I'm just sort of pulling it out. So did anybody find a good eyeshadow palette that we need to pull back out that we haven't seen in a really long time? I've got a few. Okay. It's got you can definitely put on more to see more of the color. And since it's going up into here, it's fine with me because I'm just trying to get a little definition here. Now, usually these are not my shades. And what I'm finding lately is it's not even the peaches that are so awful on me. It's the golds. So I'm going to hold off on this orangey gold for just a second. And I'm going to take a 15 brush. And I want to go into this pink color. Because I think that this one is going to be what I want coming out here. Because I think that this color, the pinkier color, is more flattering. And since it's going over a larger space, I want to pick the color I think that goes, you know, with my skin tone better. And normally, like I said, they do one cooler and one warmer eyeshadow quad. But I usually wind up getting both of them because there winds up being colors in both that look good together. See how pretty that is? Super light, very easy, just pulling it straight out here. It's not flying all over the place. The formula isn't grabbing. It looks really good. All right, we're going to take a number 13, and I'm going to go into this orangey kind of center color. And I just want to kind of put this right here in between where the pink is going out here and where my other sparkles are. And kind of use it as like a transitional color. Just so you get like that little bit of peachy. And then I'm going to take my finger and just go right at the lash line with that color in that spot. Because when you have a hooded eye, this is what you see, like right here. So I'm just touching it right there. You could use like a tiny little brush. You could even use like the edge of a brush like this and go right in. I just want to make sure that you can see that little glint coming through. And we'll take a little bit of the pink over here. And I'm just flicking it out because we know there's no more windshield wiper motions for this one. I will take a little bit of this gold now and a number 28. And I want to be strategic about this. I want to go here because I don't want it front and center, but I also don't want it all the way in. And these brushes just let you get like right in where you need. I want to keep it kind of light and airy looking because there's a lot of color for me. I'm going to take some of this pink one again and just really kind of deepen up the crease and the kick out a little bit. Now we have some balance here. I feel like I want to go back into that first shadow, the new formula. And I want to take a teeny tiny little brush. Okay. So this is the 03. I'm just going in like right on the edge here. And I want to see what this is going to look like if we put it on top. It changes the whole look. So this can go on top and transform the whole look, or it can go underneath and just be a little hint. That's nice to know. I kind of like that. Let's go underneath. I don't want to look like a pink eye, so I am going to take a little bit of this lavender. Put a little bit under here. With some of the more peachy. Okay. Now, I have already curled my lashes. I want a tight line. And we went through all of these Victoria Beckham colors the other day. And I really would like to put cinnamon on because it's kind of got that kind of peachy brown, like a warmer brown vibe. And we'll see if this gives enough definition with the look, or if we need to add black. All right, let's give it a whirl, shall we? I use my Vast Lash because you guys know I am all about lengthening and volumizing and having it not go all over the place. This behaves just like a tubing formula, except it doesn't come off exactly in little tubes, but it is one of those rare mascaras that doesn't wind up all over your face, which I appreciate. I'm probably going to want a tight line with a dark color because I think this is just, it needs some kind of definition behind it. Let's do one with and one without, and we'll see what we think. Instead of black, I'm going to go in with sea gray just because it's, don't like the way that one is looking. Oh, you know what? I forget it. You know what I want to put on? Oh, I know. Okay. I'm putting on the Sicily that's got that little sparkle in it. These are so pretty and fun. That is exactly what I needed to get. Like, so much better that looks. Just going in between those lashes makes a huge difference. And this one has a teeny little bit of sparkle in it. And then when it dries, I'll show you what we're going to do on the bottom. This mascara, it's just, nothing beats it. Ooh, look at that. I'll show you how to take it off. You can't play with it. If I haven't dinked myself in a while on here, I usually do every day. I gotta let it. Uh-oh. That looks good. The shades remind me of Prada's LE Quad from Holiday 24. It included shimmer shades in pink, silver, gold from the regular quads. Holiday 24. I think I have that one. Were you here when we looked at the Chanel? Does this dry up? Here we go. That's all I need. And then just make sure that nothing was left behind. This is more peachy, I feel like, than the one that was from Prada. I know which one you're talking about, though. They had like the burgundy on one of it. Oh, you just got here. It looks a lot like the Chanel that I've misplaced. Coral Treasures. Looks a lot like that. But this lip is actually very good with this because it's just not, when I have this much shimmer on, it would kind of bother me to have, oh, here's more, oh God. Hold on. I'm like losing it today. Okay. Once this dries, I like to take one of these little buds from Ulta and just clean off like my waterline in case I have any transfer. And with one of the tricks that I've watching some like makeup artists and stuff lately, they take one of their colors and go right in to the waterline, like right here. Of course, now I'm like zoomed way out. Right into this area. Okay, so that you have like a little teeny bit of light that goes right there. And then the Sicily also comes in like a nude with a pearl. And when you have something like this, it'll just pick up enough light without being crazy, but it kind of keeps up with the rest of the look. And those are the Cicely Cole Star pencils. And you can usually find them like on great sales on like the you're looking fantastic kind of, you know, when they have like all like the makeup from yesteryear, but a lot of it's still current. You can find it usually on sale on those. You decluttered the Chanel Coral Quad. Formula's too dry. This palette, I think, is very fun. And I think that you will have a great time with it. If you are into these shades, I think the formulas definitely perform. I will say that this is going to be like to be continued. I want to see just how much glow we can get. What I like about this is that it's more of a soft glow than like that matte. You know what I'm talking about? Like with the YSL one that they came out with, like when you go into the store and you put it on your hand, it's like putting white out on your hand, except for it's like light lavender. To me, this looks more like a blown out, like Chanel Baume Essentiel. Like I feel like you get the same effect. Here's Lilas. Well, let's find some square footage here that we can examine, because I know people like people like me who don't want to waste even like a tiny little bit of Lilas because they've not come back out with it. It was like that perfect little hint of lavender. And I think these are really similar. And this is even finer than the Chanel. Chanel has like more shimmer, and this is like more glowy. You know, like particle size is much smaller on this than it is on the Chanel. This is much finer than this. Also, this, you know, doesn't dry down, and this does dry down. So these are kind of nice. I'll have to play with them a little bit and tell you guys what I think. But wearing this one a lot, and I think the formula is creamy, and I think that they spread really, really nicely. They don't get stuck, you know, like when you put one on your like a dot on your face and it's dark right where you put it. I don't feel like you have that. And I think this lavender would be really, really pretty, like underneath your foundation, like peeking through underneath the eyes. I'm gonna play with these, and the light one also. So these will be to be continued for sure. Thoughts on this? Well, honestly, I didn't know what to expect with the new eyeshadow formula. And I have to say, I think that it was like my favorite thing of the powders, well, of the eyeshadows. Of all the colors this time, I think I like what I picked in my single the best. I think it pulled this look together for me really easily. And this as a base, you know, any kind of little reflective bit that you can put on like that is so nice. And I like it by itself. The way that I would any of these shadows individually, I think these would all be great as one and dones. This is a bit of a look. However, we are moving into like maximal season, and I'm ready to be maximal apparently. This is more color, you guys know, than I normally wear. Do I think it's performed well? Yes. Do I think that it's shimmery and pretty and girly and fun and flirty and summery? Yes. Do I think that you need to run out and get this if you have the Chanel Coral Treasures? No. Do I think these are worth grabbing? Yes. This is a formula that I have not seen before because it appears that it's going to be matte, but it has, I'm going to say a luminescence because it's not a sparkle. It's not a glitter. It's less than a shimmer, but it's more than a satin. It's like somewhere in the middle. And the way that it looks on the skin, I think is really healthy and pretty. And you can look a little bit glowy without looking like you're sweating and without it sticking to your hair. I mean, I've got my hair down, and if I had put the Balm Essential on, yes, I don't care if it sticks to my hair because I like these sticks a lot. This dries, and I know this drives people bonkers. So these are really nice. And, you know, if you wind up getting an order together, let's say we all fall in love with George's collection, you can pick up the blushes when you pick up the other items and do a one-time thing. And then just in your head, know that you're going to be paying a tariff on it if you're in the US. It's not fun, not my favorite, but do I think that it's worth it? Not when I'm paying it, but when I have the stuff here, I'm always glad that I do. You know what I mean? Ah! Okay. That was not good. We're going to take a 2-minute break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the difference between a J beauty and a K beauty. And I want to hear about everybody who found an eyeshadow that they haven't worn in eons and they want to bring it and show it to us. And if you didn't have a chance to do that, go open up your eyeshadow drawer and go all the way into the back of it and pull something out that you spent your good, hard-earned cash on and died wanting it, yet you haven't picked it up in a really long time and you want to remind us about it. So we'll take like 2 minutes and I will be right back. I'm going to get another bottle to put this into so that I can show you guys this, but I'm in love with the mist. I'm not in love with the mister unless you want to get wet. If you're into getting wet, this is fantastic. All right, 2 minutes, guys. So I have a bathroom of many mirrors. Oh, what just got stuck in my hair? Hang on. And, oh, I felt that. I like this better in dimmer light. I want to turn this down. And I want to show you with not as much light. The eyeshadow that I have underneath, I want all of these. This is my vibe right now. This is like in here, and you can see it like right here. It's so pretty. And it's very ethereal in the light, like whereas like this was like really drowning it. This is much more true to life. You get a lot of reflectiveness, but the pearl is really pretty. See the difference? I think we'll keep it a little lower, little lower light. Okay. Did anybody get an eyeshadow palette, or did nobody? Because that's okay if you didn't. Did anyone pull something that they haven't looked at in a really long time? No? Yes? Maybe? Is anyone still there? I know we're all tired. It's Friday. It's winter. It's still January. Although I did just see the most satisfying thing when you look at the calendar for February. It's 28 days, so it fits perfectly, starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for 4 rows from Sunday to Saturday, like perfectly laid out. For those of us who are a little bit on the nose about things, it's kind of a nice feature. So this palette, I feel like, is a little bit more ethereal looking than the Coral Treasures, but they're the same vibe. And if you put some kind of sheer sparkle in a champagne color with these, you're going to get the same exact effect. So if you already own Coral Treasures, I think you're good. This, I think, has the prettiest glow to it. You can really see just that light luminescence that I really think is pretty. Any thoughts? Anything anybody wants to say about anything? No? We're all just here to get to tomorrow. I'm gonna move some of this stuff out of my way. The IT Cosmetics is blowing my mind, and I love it. And I want people to go out and buy this. It is just the easiest complexion product that I have right now. It is 1, 2, 3. You're out the door. Love it. Yes, Judy. Hi. Yes. You ordered it. Yay! I can't wait to hear what we think. It's so good. Everybody needs it for $34. It's the best $34 you will have spent in a very long time. I feel comfortable saying that. It is that good. I know Molly and I both love the Lisa Eldridge. I don't know how many of you guys have her skin tint, but whenever I go into a store, number one, I would never put anything on my face that was in a store. I don't care how much stuff they clean it off with. It's either on my hand or it's nothing. When you take a drop of the Lisa Eldridge skin tint and you put it on your hand, it does not settle in any lines at all. Like you put it on and it just evens you out, and you just have, like, there's just nothing in a line on your hand. And it does such a good job of evening your complexion. And these formulas feel nothing alike. Nothing. But the effect on the skin is very similar. So the Lisa Eldridge is obviously a liquid that sets down. This is a slippy, I don't know what it is because I've never felt anything like it before. But it is the same idea where you lay it down and it just kind of blends into your skin, and there's no outlining of every little tiny wrinkle that you have. You also ordered the My Sama gua sha device. You've used it a few times. What do you think, Judy? Do you like it? Just talking about my little buddy. Did you compare it last time to the VBB foundation drops? I love that. I did. Let me talk about that in 1 second. Let me just show everybody this. This is the gua sha that heats up and vibrates. And it's by the brand My Sama. It uses you can do red light, you can do pulsing, you can do different heat and temperatures. I love it, like back here if I'm getting a migraine. This is so nice for quick little lymphatic drainage action, a little sculpt action. Love this guy. The Victoria Beckham is it's like a rich formula, like it's a shake formula, and you can hear how liquidy it is, right? But this has like Augustina Spotter skincare in it. I mean, if you believe in the skincare, which some people do and some people do not, that's fine. But you are paying for it. You're paying for this proprietary formula of skincare. And when you put this on, you get surprisingly more coverage than you would. I think you get more coverage than you think that you would. I think you think it's going to be very skin tint, and I think it is more of a foundation drop, even though it's like a light medium coverage. This has a feeling of it that feels like skincare. And I know a lot of people feel like they have to powder it. I happen to really love the way this feels because my skin is so incredibly dry. Having said that, this has no stick whatsoever. Like, I did not powder this, and it's completely dry. The Victoria Beckham, I'm not sure if it ever dries down because I just don't think I really care. My skin will suck the life out of anything. it's a different, this is more, I'm going out tonight and I want my skin to be like, you know, beautiful. Like I'm putting on the Victoria Beckham for like the big deal stuff. How does the BBB compare to the Westman Atelier tinted drops? Are you talking about her foundation product that you shake up? Because I can't stand that stuff. That stuff was like slime. Yes, no. Here, let me pull it up so everybody knows what we're talking about here. Westman Atelier has 2 different complexion products. She's got the stick, and then she has the complexion drops. Okay, here we go. So these are the 2 that she has. She's got the stick foundation, and then she's got the complexion drops. The complexion drops, for me, and I am the driest person that I know, were, first of all, they magnified every single solitary pore, wrinkle, line. It didn't matter. It had nowhere to go. Like it just felt oily and greasy and not pretty on the skin. I felt like it was like pouring highlighter all over my face. It was too much, too heavy. It was really difficult to work with. Your skin is dry too. The BBB does dry down on you. Lovely finish. I just wear it at home because I never go anywhere. Well, you know what? I don't go that many places either. It's Friday night. Both of my boys are downstairs. One of them's probably on his phone, and the other one's probably snoring next to the dog. And it could be either one, you know, like doing whatever. Yeah, no. I mean, my nights are not exciting, but sometimes we have to do these things for ourselves, right? Sometimes we have to just love the makeup for the sake of loving it. The Victoria Beckham, to me, feels like I'm putting skincare on that happens to have a tint and happens to have like a foundation finish. It is your fastest makeup, your easiest face, your, like, you can bring this with you. Like if I was just sitting here right now and I just felt like, okay, I've got some pretty big circles going on here, I could put this on and it's like, it's in. It's done. It's easy. It's fast. It's fingers. It's nothing. This is too special occasion to wear like every day. Like I can't afford to wear this every day kind of thing. I save this for nights. I save this for going out for dinner. I save this for like a fun lunch date that I'm going on. This, I'll paint the world with it because it's so inexpensive and so pretty. And it's a lot easier to get than the Lisa Eldridge. The Lisa Eldridge, you have to order either from her site, which does take a little bit of time, but are we paying tariffs on this? Because I don't think we did. I think she must have some kind of distribution here in the United States because I don't think that I paid tariffs on the stuff that I got from her most recently. She's got all those new eyeshadows. If you guys know my beauty shopper, Sylvia, she got her own color from Lisa. And if you go on her Instagram, you can see her wearing it. And you can see Lisa tagged her, and it's very sweet. Well, I really like it. So Lisa Eldridge just came out with like a whole bunch of her liquid eyeshadow in a matte formula, but like new colors, requested colors, some cooler tones. Really nice. So I love all of these. Like, I will tell you right now, like, my go-to daily is going to be the It, because it's inexpensive, it's fast, it's easy. I can throw it in my bag, I can touch it up, and it doesn't need powder. Like, I don't have to do a lot with it or to it. And I don't think anybody's going to need to. This, I feel like you've got to spend a little time with it. And, you know, it's not difficult to work with or anything, but it's more of a foundation. And I love the fact that this is buildable and you can kind of work in layers. I think it's beautiful over a glow. I think that this is probably my favorite foundation. This, and if I had to say like foundation, I would say the foundation from SUQQU. And this would be like foundations. And then I'm going here and here. And I love the Chantecaille. There's just so many complexion products that I like right now, which is exactly why the other day I said, okay, first of all, the Hermes really looks like not a lot of people are loving it for $145 plus $110 for the primer. To me, it looks like it's grabbing on people's faces. Like, I feel like if you have a dry spot, people are having a hard time with it. I don't think it looks that fantastic. I've not tried the Westman Atelier, but it's available here, whereas the VBB is not. Unless you have, I don't even know whose skin it would work on. You have to have really smooth skin, not a lot of pores, and be very, very dry. I don't know. I don't know anyone that's liked this product. Do you? I can't think of anybody that I've like that talks about it or says anything other than they didn't like it. The Lisa Eldridge, well, you can order from her.com, can't you? Or get it sent from Selfridges or Harrods. Is she at Harrods or is she not? I don't know if she's at Liberty. The Hermes foundation here is $185 plus 13% tax, so over $200. It would have to be magical for me to try it. It does not look magical in any review that I've seen. There's not one person that's been gushing over it, which should tell you something. I don't know why people are trying so hard to make the Hermes work, but then complain that the VVV is too expensive. It's all relative. Well, yes. I mean, to think of this being affordable is nauseating to me. Like, yes, I agree. Like, when I remember right when the whole controversy came out of the LVMH, and everybody was like talking about it, and it was $250 and $250 and $250, and then all of a sudden the Tom Ford was like a bargain. And I'm like, we are in some very dangerous territory here, that we were completely thrown on this like whole new, I don't even know, level of just ridiculousness. I cannot believe that makeup has gotten as expensive as it has. And it's funny, I think I was watching Tanya Wells, who I love, and she was talking about, I think it was Westman Atelier, maybe it wasn't her. Somebody said, I used to think of it as so expensive because it is, but like relative to everything else, it's not that bad anymore. I mean, it's bad, but it's not horrible bad. Like some things are crazy bad. Her foundation stick is $68. It used to sound really expensive because it was almost $70. Now you get like 2 of those almost for the Victoria Beckham. I absolutely love the Victoria Beckham. I think it's fantastic. I think if you are going to use it, fantastic. If you are dry and you are into more of a glowy look, I think you're really going to like this. If you don't really like more of a glow, I think you might want to pass on this. I don't think it is very overly glowy. Molly, do you think it's overly glowy on your skin, or do you think it's like the right amount of glow? It's weird though, because you know how like when you touch something like this and it comes off on your finger, normally when you touch something like this and you go like on the back of your hand, you feel it turn into like a powder formula. This doesn't do that. It spreads. Love the VB. I use it with most of my foundations. It is not overly glowy at all, in your opinion. Is the VBB glowy? Okay, because I think it is. But where this disappears, the Victoria Beckham, you know, is there in a good way. This one, you don't know where it went. It just is sort of, it's just, I don't know. But you guys saw, like, I mean, I'm still bruised. I'm still swollen. This covers enough. Interesting. I've been wearing some of my favorite Tom Ford quads all week. I wore Nude Dip, Hazy Sensuality, Cocoa Mirage, and Rose Exposed. That is the lineup of the week. I love it. It's like when Felice does her like full face of Tom Ford or full face of, and she spins her wheel to figure out what she's doing. I love it. Oh, I want to say something. I almost never say this. So when I do say it, I want to say it in a way that you understand in terms of why I'm feeling this way. I used to be somebody who bought a lot of backups. Always with the backups. Like, had to get a backup in this, had to get a backup in this. And then I would just find that, like, I kind of would like lose interest in it, and something else would come along that would be kind of like it. And of course, there are certain products, like I did buy an extra Roca bar just because I wanted to use one and I wanted to keep one just for cause. I normally never say run out and get this, blah, blah, blah. But this is limited edition. This is the one from Nordstrom, the Dazzling Lust or so, whatever it was called, Dazzling Lovers. I can't remember. This palette is exceptional, and I want to tell you why. If you look at much of the red carpet looks lately, oh, that wasn't good. You see people wearing these like rosy nudes, like that are just sort of like almost there, but not quite, but kind of like there's definition there and it's matte. And then they'll put like a little something reflective. Now, I'm not saying that either of these are a little reflective because they together, like one of them is kind of metallic and the other one's like the speckles. But I do think that the colors in this are exceptionally beautiful. And I think it's a really special palette. I think it's worth checking out. And I think it's worth buying. Even if you have 400, I don't think that it's that similar. I was hoping that the Chanel with the pink, this one, the Boutons Mademoiselle, this palette, I was hoping to get the vibe of that nudeness with the taupe. And I love the taupe in this. It's really pretty. But the other shadows are just, they don't show up really on anybody. This one, there's enough there for warm and cool people to both find their middle ground here. And you could use, you don't have to go with either one of these sparklies over it. You could go into anything. Like I was thinking that eyeshadow with the new Victoria Beckham kind of sparkle, you know, that she has would be so pretty with it. I just don't want to not say when I think something is special, I think this is special. I really do. I think there's something about it. And it's not just the gorgeous packaging, although it's gorgeous. That YSL looks so stunning on you. I'm surprised by how it shows up. I was thinking it was going to be very chalky. It's not. It is just like I'm considering a backup, and I don't do that anymore. And I'm not considering a backup because I think that I want to save it and have it be in my collection, because I don't do that anymore either, except for their mouse. And I'm actually holding on to it for something special, and I'll tell you guys about it another time, but not right now. This palette, this is just one of those palettes that if you are a neutrals lover and you want that very chic kind of Nina Park style. Does everybody know who Nina Park is? Can I show you some Nina Park makeup? I've been watching a lot of like the award shows, and when you start looking into all of the looks on the red carpet, you start to see, I don't know if you guys saw Margot Robbie recently. She looked freaking amazing. But Nina Park is from Chicago. She's of Korean descent. Hold on, this is not right. Here we go. Okay. I want to scoot myself out of this picture so we can make this a little bit bigger. I think that I can do that. It doesn't really change. Okay. Okay, so Nina Park is the makeup artist behind all of these red carpet looks that have been kind of the the Your Defined But Better makeup. I don't know what to call it. It's more than no makeup makeup. She's known for the very blurry lip that you can see here on Zoe. And if you look at her eyes, they are tight lined right at the lash. She does a tiny little wing on her. And you can see that there's like very little eye makeup, and her glow is very strategic. It's not overly glowy. This is not available in Canada. I hope it is yet, but most of YSL's LE quads never ever make it to the YSL Canada site. Really? Where else do they have it? I think they have it maybe at Selfridges. I don't know where I've seen it. I'll take a look. I have never even come close to painting a quad. I have so many and can't think of one that is remotely close to being gone. That makes me sad. Yeah, I know. But I'm actually thinking, like, I really want to use this and not save this. Like, I want to blow through this, and I want to see if I can, and I want to see if that's enough for me. Like, I want to see what I can do with just defining my eyes. Let me show you a few of her looks. And you'll see she does the nude lip very beautifully, but also very strategically. And her blood, I mean, everybody that she's doing is very young. But if you look at this girl, her eyebrows are soft, like powder soft. She's tight lined down at her lashes and has a teeny tiny little wing. And if you see the lips, they're like Your Lips But Better. She's not going across the Cupid's bow, like making it into like a hump over the top. You can see that like her overlining is very strategic. It's soft, it's nude, and the effect is really quite pretty. And she's known for being a Chanel person, Chanel ambassador. Here's Emma Stone. I mean, she absolutely looks like she's wearing makeup, but not wearing makeup. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit more than no makeup makeup. If you look at her eyes, you can see the lining, like where she's lines, is all the way inside on the waterline, which makes it look more kind of blown out. I was going to try that and see how that worked and kind of maybe try one of these looks. But what beautiful skin. Not overly glowy, not overly matte, but look at her skin. I mean, her skin is glorious, and you want someone to look at you and say, wow, you look fantastic, not wow, I love your makeup. And I think Nina Park is headed for probably a shelf near us in a Sephora at some point. Here is a little montage that she put together. You'll see one of them is, she's got Kaya, she's got all the supermodels. I mean, she's not exactly working on these tough old faces right now, but she does beautiful skin and beautiful looks that are really fresh and pretty, Korean inspired. But on everybody, she kind of does like a little bit of a different spin. But if you look at her lips here, see how they're overlined on the top, but She still has a Cupid's bow, whereas like some people do like that over the whole top thing and it just looks weird. And you can see that like she has just overlined enough, but it's blurred. And then the lip is kind of a berry color. And then she's got a little bit of that like reflectiveness, just enough, like a tiny bit of pearl. And if you look at her nose and you look at her cheeks and you look between her brows, her skin is lit in all the right places. It's really strategic. She's got a little bit of a bigger wing on this person, but same tight lined eye, kind of enhanced, blurred out. Here's, I know it's impossible to make Kaya Gerber look gorgeous. I mean, she is so spectacular, but look at the makeup. Look at her lips. Look at she's got a very pronounced wing on her, but it's not crazy and it's not out of proportion to the rest of her face. And you can see like under her eyes, like she doesn't do like the triangles of light or like the giant amount of concealer. Everything is very carefully placed. And I'm sure it took forever to do this for her to look this effortless and throw her head over her shoulders beautiful. But I mean, the makeup and look at the skin, like all the way down on her shoulders, her arms. I mean, she looks beautiful. And you can see like right underneath her brow, it's not like the old kind of highlighting, but there's just a slight lightening there. And you can see going down her cheek, like down her face like this, it looks like there's like a beam of light coming down. She looks illuminated from within. And the lip is very natural, but more than. It's like it's not just like a Your Lips But Better, because it's a Your Lips But Better with a little bit of that carefully placed shimmer and a little bit of that nude overlining that doesn't look like it's going to be as out of control, weird in a couple of years as some of the lips that we've seen recently. I mean, she'll do a red lip. That's a beautiful red lip on her, but look at the eye and look at the skin. I mean, the red lip like stands alone. It looks like a Lisa Eldridge red, doesn't it? I'm sure it's a Chanel, but look at the skin. Look at the highlight just when she turns a certain way. And she's illuminated like in the eye area and underneath. But this whole thing right here is not like a giant triangle of light. And you can see that the contouring is not heavy, but she does have that slight definition where the chin is. She's got a little bit of it here. On Zoe Kravitz, she goes a little bit more. Here's Riley. Looking, I think, stunning. Effortless. But clearly wearing makeup, but not like, she didn't like go do like what I did today. But you can see the skin is like the thing and the lips. I want to find, there are some older pictures on here. She's been doing some of these people for quite a while. You can see on Zoe, like she'll do like a little bit more of the cheek contour, but just because of the shape of her face and the, she's got beautiful features and she's easy to contour. Like she's not going crazy with the blush. It's like well placed, but those lips are something that I really am interested in. She's not afraid of the highlighter. And you can see like everything is very purposeful. There's the overlined lip. No, it's the date on here. This is from September. So she even used the nude liner with more of that red lip. You can see where Hailey Bieber got her lip look from. I mean, the skin is like incredible. She just does an absolutely magnificent job of bringing out people's features, and everybody's is a little bit different. But you can see like the person is in there. Like they're not overly made up. But they also don't look like they're, walking to the grocery store. Look at her. She's unbelievable. But look at Zoe's contour here. I mean, wow. And you can see that the skin is not powdery, not super matte, but there's little places on her face that are more reflective. Anyway, I just think that she's got a lot of really beautiful looks that are on these red carpet. This is a great one. You can see like the nude lip. This one, she went almost the same shade, which I kind of like. And to be able to go like and have flashes and all that kind of stuff and be able to do the makeup, it's pretty astounding. Anyway, put her on your radar because she's one to watch. And I mean, look at how ethereal the skin is, and just the glow is, it's such like a different level of glow. It's not overly done. Hi, Felice. You had to leave for a bit. Oh, you're fine, sweetie. You're fine. Hope everything's okay. We're talking about Nina Park. Anyway, you guys, she's blowing me away these days. So she's definitely a fun account to watch. And if you see her on the red carpet, create no makeup looks on young, beautiful women with great skin and features. Yes. When you are a makeup artist, and you'll notice like it's the same people like on her rotation right here, because they're working for her company is working with those people, and I don't know how that works, but here's Johnny Depp's daughter. She uses more cool tones with her, a definitely smokier look, but still it's like there's something 90s about it, but something modern, and the skin is very pretty. And I think it's more than no makeup. I think it's makeup, but I think there are certain things about it that are really quite beautiful. And I think that we can definitely, I'm going to take a look at some of her work and see what I can manage. And see if I can get anything close to this. You know, when you're just looking at skin, obviously these are some young faces. I mean, I'm not, how old is Emma Stone? Like 38? How old Zoe? Well, here's Brie Larson. How old is Brie Larson? Siri, how old is Brie Larson?
Brie Larson.
She's 36 years old. Yeah, okay. She's definitely working on some young faces. I will give her that. But I will also say that she has a sense of style that is neat and definitely something to watch. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. All right, what time is it right now? 10:30. I want to quickly go through just a very, very fast overview of the difference between a J beauty and a K beauty. And we're just going to leave it there for tonight. Oh, by the way, I tried this, the Beekman 1802, and I think it's nice. Am I going to buy it again? Probably not. Am I glad I got it for half price? Yeah. I didn't think it was anything that made me fall over, but it hydrated nicely and it wasn't too much. Like, you know how sometimes you take off a mask and you're like taking the stuff off? My skin absorbed it. So that was good. And I haven't tried the other ones. I've only done one mask since the last time I saw you. So there's that. Okay. The lips on Depp are odd looking. I think it's just because she used cooler tones on her, maybe. She's such a pretty girl. Okay. Did anybody pull out a palette? Because if you did, I want you to tell everybody what it is. If you didn't, don't worry about it. Okay. If you want to jump in, let me know. Okay. So beauty in general is going into a new, like a new thing that we're going to talk more about. And you're going to see this in a lot of articles that you're reading, is going to be the word longevity. Beauty is entering a longevity phase. We've gone through clean beauty. You know, we've gone through these phases, right, in beauty. The next buzz words are going to be longevity and probably K-beauty. You're going to hear K-beauty a lot because there's going to be a lot of it coming into the market all at once. And that is why we're going to focus in on what exactly the ingredients are and what everything means. We're going to demystify everything so that when we see this stuff, we know what we're looking at. So tonight, I just want to do a quick difference between Japanese beauty and Korean beauty, because, you know, we think you know, if it's from Asia, it's from Asia. No. Korea is all about glass skin. Everybody's doing tons of sheet masks and making prescriptive decisions and essences and lots of many step programs. And even though those are being condensed because people are so sick of doing 12-step programs for their skin, although listen, if I have it, I'm going to use it. But people are buying things with more ingredients, or they're combining steps, because most of the time we don't have time for that. At night, maybe, but not during the day. K-Beauty is on a very tight research and development. And the two are so intertwined that as the new findings are coming out and the new things that they're innovating, the product is coming so fast that it seems like there's something new all the time. J Beauty is much more of like your quiet luxury. They, the whole story with SK2, with the sake and the rice water and everything, and that people who were making hands weren't aging, and so that's where the SK2 came from. And it's about keeping your skin quiet and happy and not doing anything to like throw it off too much, slow, deliberate, balanced, restrained, all those things. Both of them are definitely concerned with the barrier, but they're looking at it in different ways. The basics for J Beauty, when I think about it, it's that gentle, dependable formulas, time-tested. The products that you use over a long period of time. You're not changing things up a whole lot. You're looking at a brand like Clé de Peau, Décolleté, SK2, Shiseido, SUQQU, all those Japanese brands. They're definitely big on sunscreen, and so is Korea. J Beauty is the first, I think, to think about longevity, in that they expect skin to age, but they want it to do it sort of on a continuum. K-Beauty is like a little bit more frenetic, a little bit more change it up, a little bit more like changing all the time, always innovating. They're coming up with sheet masks, and I'm wearing sheet masks. They're coming up with cushion foundations, then that's going into the, environment. They're always innovating, always trading up, always going to a new place, a new ingredient. The honey ingredient right now is niacinamide. You just see it like in everything. K-Beauty is innovation, customization, adaptability, fast response to change and research, and they have like these crazy, really lofty goals. If someone said, Michelle, you're going to have glass skin, well, that ship has sailed. Like, there's no way I'm getting glass skin at this point. But in Korea, it's affordable to have all of the parts of a skincare regimen that you would want. You'd be able to afford to see somebody for procedures, or, little injections of Botox or filler or whatever it is that they're doing these days. If they're microneedling with the same stuff that I use, the salmon sperm, whatever it is, they're constantly changing, constantly innovating, constantly putting things out into the world. And it's a little trendier. Japanese is kind of that quiet luxury that you see when you look at the Clé de Peau makeup, how none of the colors are too crazy. Everything's just sort of nice. And SUQQU, for the most part, they stay within, you know, this application would be way over the top in Japan. They do, you know, the very, very fine looking makeup, very soft. Everything's very soft looking. Luminous would be. The Korean beauty was the dewy, it was that whole luminous dewy thing came from Korea. Whereas like maybe you had more of like the velvety finish from Japan. Oh, you came up with a palette. Dolce & Gabbana Holiday 2024. I gotta see what that looks like. Is it the one with the red top? Is it the one with the red top? Yes. Okay. Oh, come on, you. I didn't buy that. I was scared to buy this because, let's see if I can get it bigger. I was scared to buy it because I had that big one that looked like the DG. You know, it was like a giant black and gold plastic palette. And inside of it were all these different eyeshadows, but some of them were like chunky, and I hated it so much. Like the whole thing was just ugh. And they reformulated and came up with this like, ah, this is a gorgeous palette. And now the Dolce & Gabbana palettes are so beautiful. I love them. I have them sitting out. I mean, these palettes from Dolce & Gabbana, they're stunning. And the highlighters are beautiful. The browns are so pretty. And the one with the cool tones is one of my favorite, I think, nighttime smoky palettes like ever. So good. Oh, hi, Holly. I use the SK2 Patera Essence daily under the COS RX Nail Mucin Lotion. I stopped for a while and my skin did not look as good. I just read something so interesting about the snail mucin. I put it on the other day and my skin felt drier to me, and I didn't know why. And I know that it's a hydrating ingredient because everyone uses this, and you know, I use the copper peptide serum from In Beauty, and it's like the, you know, vegan version or whatever. It has to be sealed in with something else. It supposedly is a good middle layer between your skin and a moisturizer, but not anything that's just going to stay on your face, like that being the only thing that you put on for hydration. It will pull the hydration out instead of keeping it in your skin where it should be. Like there's just too much water loss that happens with it. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. And they say for a thin layer of hydration, for some people, it makes a very big difference, the snail. So, food for thought. It was part of the gem collection. Yes, yes, I remember. Yes. Holly's back. You got it after Christmas and was amazed. That's why I had to snap up the new ones. I know. The interesting thing about Dolce & Gabbana is that the powders were made by Shiseido for a long time. And when they took the licensing back and started making their own makeup again, they reformulated, and this formula is gorgeous. A little fragile, but beautiful. Little fragile. They're very delicate. Like throwing them around your purse is not going to happen. But so good. Okay, where was I? Okay, go back to the K&J. So Fancy K Beauty, it's kind of like, it doesn't have to be fancy, but Sulwhasoo is sort of like higher end, and Amore Pacific, Hera, Peach and Lily is considered, kind of on the higher end. They now carry Beauty of Joseon at Sephora now, but not the sunscreen that everybody talks about, because we can't have good sunscreen here. There are a lot of things about beauty that are so international now, but there are still things that are in a heritage that remain. For K Beauty, it was all about innovating and trying new things, and sort of that youth is the thing that you want and that you're going to keep aspiring to, and you want your skin to be glass. And they were all about every trend that comes up. It's like they're jumping on it. They're making a bazillion things. It's all coming out. Everything's affordable. Kids are trying it. And in truth, the J Beauty has done a much slower growth. You don't even see, like, the collections aren't even seasonal for some of the brands anymore. They just sort of come out with a formula and don't come out with a formula. I thought this year the Clé de Peau was, it was weird that second palette never came here. They usually do the 2 palettes, and they usually have the 2 highlighters, the one you can get on their website and the one that you can't. And it just wasn't really like that this year. I don't really know what happened there. But J Beauty's never been flashy or loud or really changing a whole lot. It's very consistent, and the skincare is what it is, and you just are supposed to have this longevity where your skin, you're trying to keep and hold on to it for as long as you can. Now, what's happening now, especially in Korea, and this is where innovation is interesting to me, they are proving that things are being done in the skin as opposed to a blur on your face. I know we talked a little bit about this, and we're going to talk more about it. In J Beauty, I might put on a gorgeous foundation that'll have a blur. In K Beauty, I might put on a cushion that has something in it that plumps the lines, or does something to the skin. Like the ingredients that are in it are kind of that marriage between skincare and makeup. There's a lot of overlap these days. You're going to see hyaluronic acid in both. You're going to see glycerin in most products for hydration. Everybody's using ceramides. We'll talk more about that. You're seeing niacinamide in everything. Antioxidants, vitamin C, people are fighting free radicals. People have gotten kind of the best of every world. Whatever works for you is what you can find now when you're walking through a store. You can pick up something from France. You can pick up something from Italy. You can pick up something from the United States. You can pick up something from, just about anywhere. And there are certain ingredients, like when you think about J Beauty, I bet you're thinking about Tatcha and the camellia, right? Good night, Jocelyn. Good night. Ooh, speaking of K Beauty, I just ordered the Tear setting spray in the pink bottle, not the red. My daughter sent me a video of a girl sticking her face under the running water and her makeup was still on. Amazing. Wow. That's good for sweating, isn't it? That will be good in the deep humidity in the deep south. Well, you and Molly will have to try that too, because she really likes that. She loves the humidity. And you're going to get a snowstorm, we heard. You're going to have a lot of activity this week. What else did I want to just mention? I think K Beauty is changing a lot, and we'll talk about this, how these multi-step, like really long, involved skincare routines that we have come accustomed to. Your sled came yesterday. Oh, right, and you were ordering something else that was funny with it. Was it the Tear? There was some kind of makeup thing that you ordered with your sled. It was funny. I can't remember now. What did you order with the sled? It was funny. Korea is changing with the times, that they're trying to combine some steps. But there's still very specific products for very specific things in your skincare. And like, you can kind of like think to yourself, I should be doing a sheet mask every day, like that kind of thing. But which one? Let's be very prescriptive about it. That's where it all is. The foundation spray. Oh, what was it? Was it like the Dior Flash or no? Oh no, not as good. I was like praying that you were going to be like, it's a dupe. Oh my God. Yes, I remember that. You ordered a sled with your foundation. Like, spin the wheel sometimes. You never know. I don't think that J Beauty and K Beauty are worlds apart anymore. But I'm trying to say, I think ingredients have kind of stabilized. You're going to see the camellia and the rice more in the Japanese, and on the Korean side, you're going to see the SUQQU. That's how it's pronounced, and that is the same thing as Centella asiatica, and it is an anti-inflammatory. And you're going to see green tea. Like, you are still going to see those things that are part of their heritage and part of things that are naturally grown in that area before they could import all the ingredients into cosmetics. I mean, they both have rich histories in beauty and skincare and makeup. And it's going to be really interesting to see everything coming together as J Beauty is very refined and K Beauty is kind of innovative. We're starting to see a little bit more of like that intersection. You're excited about the new skincare ingredients. It's time for a reset. It is, and it's time for a reset on the pricing. It's time to really make sure that what we're using is actually doing something. Just because an ingredient is mentioned on a label does not mean that you're getting the efficacious level, that it's working on your skin, that it's doing something. And sometimes you don't need a whole lot of an ingredient for it to do its job, but we need to kind of know that, and we need to know what the claims are. And that is why we are going to spend some time learning about each ingredient and having our little cheat sheets and our little, put it in your like Google Notes or whatever. And, you can take it with you. And when you see the ingredients, you're not like, wow, that sounds great. I have no idea what it is, but okay. It's not going to be like that. We're going to be ready when it comes. We're going to be prepared because I am doing some deep dives. I just need a little more time to organize my thoughts and give it to you in a way that I think is palatable and doesn't seem like I'm making it gross. I just want to get smarter, and I want to know that what we're going to be spending our money on, whether it's $30 or, as we know, this there is a very high limit now on what makeup can be. But it doesn't work expensive for it to be effective. And that is the difference in Korea. And hopefully it's going to help it's like how I think about the sunscreen. You're going to buy the one that you're going to use the most. That's what I want the skincare to be. I don't want to be taking a teeny tiny bit every night and going like this. Like, I want to use my skincare. I want to spray it. Well, not like this. This is going in another bottle. This, I mean, there is no one I know that needs to be this sprayed in one spray, unless I was like literally at a pool and I was, doing the thing. Nikki LaRose did a micro liner tutorial about this look, and it's an excellent video. Ooh, okay, I like that. You're talking about the Nina Park? I love copying and pasting product ingredient lists onto ChatGPT and asking it if the product is good or not. We are really in a new era of skincare innovation. We're also in a new era of being able to use AI. AI is wrong sometimes. Oh, you're a bit behind. You were catching up. Yes, the Nina Park look. Okay. You can ask your phone a lot of very hyper focused on you ways. Like, I need a foundation that is going to be super hydrating, but isn't going to show any lines by, sitting in it. And I kind of want it to be a cool tone. And I'm looking for something that's a little bit radiant, but not dewy. I mean, you could go on for a really long time and ChatGPT will probably come up with something for you. And that's going to be where and how you're going to see things, but then you're going to want to see them in action. I could ask ChatGPT to show me some jade green eyeshadows, let's say. and it'll show me, 9 jade green eyeshadows. I'm then going to want to go and see what somebody can do with those jade green eyeshadows to see which formula I like, which tone I think is better. Is it a limited edition? Is it something I can get all the time? Does it matter? All those things. Plus, sometimes it just feels good to see something in action before you pull the trigger and spend the money. And I think with makeup, you're going to be looking for those things. And I think for skincare, even more so, because I feel like it's going to get more confusing before it gets less confusing. What do I mean? The market is going to be flooded with Korean skincare. So every store is going to have it. And there will be a lot of brands that, nobody really knows about. The packaging can go from cutesy to, a little more chic. But there's a lot of cutesy, like kind of cartoony looking things that I'm almost like, ooh, is this like for a little kid? Or, I don't know, like some of it looks like something that you would put like in a holiday gifting thing for, play makeup or something. I don't know. I think it's going to get harder before it gets easier because people are going to use trial and error, or they're going to think that they know what certain ingredients do, but maybe not in combination together. And I think it's going to be an interesting thing to have so much of it all at once. Ulta made a big investment into it. Sephora jumped on the Olive Young train, and Olive Young was opening its first brick and mortar store in California, in Pasadena, and there's going to be in Century City. They're going to have their flagship. And now they're going to have in a Sephora all these little turn over quickly areas or whatever of this Olive Young curated Korean beauty, which will be decided on by the most popular SKUs in Korea coming here. So it's going to be very interesting to try to see all of it, get through all of it, try all of it. And with skincare, I'm always like, I'm good. Don't want to mess with things that I'm okay with. So that's why I want to get ahead of this, and I want to know what this stuff is, and is it for me? Because they're so hyper prescriptive about stuff, you can be really choosy about what you buy. And if something is $20, I want it to work. And if something is $200, I want it to work. So either way, we're going to learn about it. I'm going to make cheat sheets for everybody. We're going to get through this. And I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be very exciting to think about making a change in your skin, not just making it look better, which helps a lot, like when you don't want to put on a ton of makeup. Although I will say with this thing now, okay, I could put this on in like seriously 2 seconds with fingers, and you can too. I hope that there are color matches for everybody with only 15 shades. I think that there are, because it's just such like a very sheer but effective product. When I get mentally overloaded, I crash out, but I'm excited to try products and learn about everything coming. I think that's why I think I'm going to aim for Sunday for us to just kind of like get together in our pajamas and talk about skincare. Like, I'm not planning on doing a whole lot this weekend. tomorrow we're going to go to the Japanese market, so I might have some fun stuff to share. I'm going to use Google Translate on my phone and see what I can find, because I very much love their mascaras, love the cotton. We'll see what kind of brands they have. It's like a grocery store slash mini mart slash bakery slash little food court that we go to. It's called Mitsuwa, and that you guys might have one near you, but Japanese markets are fascinating places to go. Thoughts? Anybody? Has anyone tried the D'Alba spray? It went super viral for being amazing, and I saw it in Ulta for $20. I'm curious, is it K or J Beauty? Not sure which. Is that the one that they have at Whole Foods? D'Alba? Isn't that the one they have at Whole Foods? Oh, I saw this too that has like the white truffle or something. It says it's from Italy. Maybe that's just the truffles. D'Alba Piedmont. 23 products. It says from the pristine Piedmont region of Italy. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. It's a serum mist that's supposed to melt powder. Okay. The white truffle or the... It's on sale right now. I've never tried that. Sounds cool. It looks kind of cool. Let me pull it up. Oh, 2-week promo. Final price will be shown at checkout, up to 30 off. Buy over 40, save 20%. Over 70, save 25. And over 120, save 30. Okay, well, it's time to try it. Here is the White Truffle First Spray Serum, #1 global bestseller with 50 million bottles sold. That's a lot, Molly. That's not viral. That's like crazy viral. Oh, Italy. It was in the K beauty section. Oh. Insta Glow Booster Cakey Makeup Fix, long-lasting moisture. Spray it on anytime, anywhere for stunning glass skin glow. Well, that's why it sounds like K-Beauty to me, too. The signature 8-oil blend that deeply hydrates and revitalizes dull skin and leaves a long-lasting radiant glow. 9-herb complex, a calming blend of 9 herb extracts that soothes sensitive skin, delivers deep hydration, and strengthens the moisture barrier. This sounds phenomenal. What's in here? Urea is way high up. Molly, you love urea. Avocado, glycerin, sunflower seed oil. It sounds very K-beauty, doesn't it? First Step Serum. And if you're talking about steps like this, it's good for sensitive skin. For maximum glow, spray generously, 4 to 5 spritzes. What? Is it like Korean inspired? I was thinking Jessica. I'm sorry, that was great. Glamzilla has been talking about it for years. Well, that would be why I've never seen it. I have used the D'Alba spray. It's nice, but prefer the company's creams. Judy, tell us more. Well, I bought a second bottle of it, so I guess I like it. That spray looks good. So what do you like better, Judy? Let me go back up. I don't know what I was just thinking of. What's the big thing of lotion with the word? That's what I was thinking of when you said D'Alba. I don't know. They have it at Whole Foods. I always see it there. It's not this. I wonder, does this smell like truffles? Because I don't know if I would like that on my face. It's good on French fries. You know what I mean? White truffle first spray serum. It sounds very Korean. First spray, you know? All right, you guys, we gotta get on this. So who's gonna try it? How much is it? $21 on sale. Sold out at Ulta. Truffles taste weird. You got it from Amazon. Just got to be very careful when you buy this stuff on Amazon. Make sure that it's an Amazon seller. Because there's a lot of counterfeit stuff being sold, especially foreign skincare that we're not used to seeing. By the time they can like shut off the valve, somebody else has already popped up. It's just, you gotta be, that's why I like eBay sometimes a little bit more, because you can like see how long somebody's been on and what else they've actually sold. Alex and Nell, I think I talked about it last year. Wow. Well, Alex and Nell definitely knows what's going on. Sounds great. Okay. Something new to try. I wonder if it's like, so it's an antioxidant complex of truffle, that's a hard word. Truffle, white truffle and vitamin E. Supports skin elasticity, smooths fine lines, diminishes wrinkles for a radiant, youthful complexion. A luxurious blend of 8 nourishing oils that deeply hydrate, revitalize dull skin, and leave a long-lasting, radiant glow. And the first ingredient is water. You need the water for the drink of water. You know, you think that we're going to learn how to read this stuff and figure out at what level things need to be at for them to actually not just say the ingredient is in it, but actually be able to get some benefit from that ingredient. It's a very weird noise outside right now. Can you guys hear that? It's like a grinding. Oh, must be somebody snow plowing. That freaked me out. Like the aliens are coming. All right, you guys. Anybody have anything else that they would like to share? I can't drink any more coffee. I'll never go to sleep tonight. It sounds like a UFO. It did. It was really weird. Definitely somebody snow blowing. We got a whole bunch of snow really fast today. It was like, and then it was like done, but the roads were terrible. What day are you supposed to get snow, Holly? Oh, it's made in Korea? Oh, so they're bringing the special truffle from Italy. Got it. Made in Korea. Interesting. It sounds very Korean. First spray serum. Is anyone using anything for dry lips that's working for them these days that they care to share? I'm back on Aquaphor these days. I'm real into it. The new Prada mascara. Loving that wand. It's a great wand. The problem with the Prada mascara is, for me, is that it transfers. It is such a cool, here, it is such a cool, interesting wand. Somebody said that they think it was 3D printed, and it's like on one side of it, and you can really push your lashes up. Ooh, you got the Victoria Beckham Balm and Fleur. How'd that go? They make a cool cream. Okay. Cicely had that wand before Prada. The Prada one has like weirder. You don't think that they're like littler and tinier than the ones that were from Sicily? Do you think it's the same? Because it has like the comb, like one of these. This one has the plastic, and then their other mascara, I don't know if I still have it, has the push-up thing like the Sicily one. The BB Balm is only thing that feels good. Oh, we mean for chapped lips. Yeah. I'm going to ask for Truffalero my fries next time. I think that everyone would like that. I would like it on my fries, and I would like it maybe on some pasta. I like the hint of truffle, but not the overwhelming of truffle. I want to get the new Smashbox 2-in-1 brush. Looks cool. 2-in-1 brush mascara. I just saw that Tarte has new liners that are coming out that are real pinched, and they're supposed to be able to do a wand, like a little wing with them. I don't know why that would be any different than a brush, but oh, a contour brush. 2-in-1 brush. A 2-in-1 brush. Oh, okay, a contour something brush. The Sculpt and Glow. I hope this is it. This? It's hard to contour made easy. Plays nice with all creams and powders. Shapes, sculpts, highlights, synthetic bristles for pro level results, cruelty free. Neat. I never know how to store brushes like that. Do you guys what do you do with them? Like, because all my brushes are like, they're standing up. When I have a double one, I feel like one of the ends always gets icky. So then I lay it down and then I forget that it's there. Contour brush. Looks like the D'Alba has a sensitive skin mist too. Ooh. It's on Ulta. You're allowed to ramble, Holly. This is your rambling spot. I'm a rambling woman. Yes. Brush reminds me of the Rougher Alexander brush that's sold out. The AAO1 is sold out. I love that brush. This is the AAO1. I love this brush too. And this one, that's the 2609, that was oh my God, my brain is gone. Help. Andrea Lee's brush. This is just a gorgeous detailing brush. Love it. I have mine laying on the counter on a white hand towel. That sounds like a good spot. That sounds like a really good spot. I tried to order it and it's sold out, and they said not coming back. Why? Why isn't it coming back? It reminds me of this Scott Barnes brush that I've had forever. That's like a giant fan, but smooshed. And you tried to order it, it's sold out, and they said it's not coming back. I wonder if Smashbox is long for this world. All these new things are coming in, and it's like they got to make room somewhere, right? They're not expanding their footprint at any of these places. God, I can't wait till these pieces just grow out. These stupid ones that got stuck in my glasses. I can't stand this. Every minute of every day, I feel like I have alfalfa. I don't know. Yeah, we're losing some businesses. Surprise Smashbox is still here. I do like their brushes though. It is sad to me how a brand gets purchased by one of the big companies and then they don't take care of it. Ceracril Clear Balm is good for my lips, but too expensive. Oh, Judy, I could blow through one of those in a week. Not even. Like, it goes so fast. It's like gone. It's delightful, but I'd need to be like a multimillionaire to be able to wear as much of that as I need. Okay, so this is my favorite picture to look at of the 182 beauty companies that are owned by 7 major leaders. Let's find Smashbox is in Estee Lauder's box. And you know, they're not quite as bloated as L'Oreal, but they're not really taking care of everything. I mean, Glam Glow, that's like 2017 masks, right? I haven't seen anything from that. You're kind of ready for all these brands to be flushed out, to be honest. It's truly amazing when the companies are purchased. It's seriously like sharing recipes, you know, and they're swapping recipes, and this one changes it a little bit and this one puts a little their spin on it, and suddenly it's like a whole new thing. There's just too much concentration for anybody to do anything cool and interesting. I think about Danessa Myricks. She's indie. She's still doing cool stuff. Natasha Denona, still indie, still doing cool stuff. Obviously, we know that Pat's going through her Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and she'll come back, and I'm sure that her brand will be stronger than ever, and LVMH will suddenly want to buy it. Glam Glow is still around. Wow. Never liked anything they made. I never understood a mask with glitter in it. Like, I wanted the mask to make it so I didn't have to wear glitter. But also, I don't need my beauty program to be an Instagrammable moment. In fact, I really would prefer that no one but me saw my skincare program, you know? You haven't lived until you've looked at yourself in a camera and had to like see yourself up close. It's rough. Don't like to watch like everything that I put out there. It's out there, and that's it. I'm done. It is really interesting though that there are so few brands that are independent. I know we talked about it the other time, the phytosurgeons. It will take every blush that you have and make it seem like it's such a good formula, and the colors are so amazingly different. It's like different. You suddenly have dark circles in pictures. Awesome. That's awesome. Concealer not working. Can I tell you something that somebody just showed me that I thought was very interesting? When you have dark circles under your eyes, you take a matte bronzer. I'm going to show you. This is wild. Okay. Okay. Now I might need to beef up the light for this. You guys let me know. Okay. See how I'm dark here? What if instead of going after the dark, I went after the light? So only where I see light, I'm just going to dab a little bit of bronzer. Get a really small little brush. If you go after the light part instead of the dark, isn't that weird? You can take the light and bring it, like if you have more light than dark. Isn't that wild? So if you are dealing with really dark circles and you go after only where you see the light part, you can make a huge difference with bronzer. It's totally weird. Okay, so normally when you go after your dark circles, you're hitting all of the dark places with light stuff. And we know that the light stuff comes forward, dark gets pushed back, right? So we're putting light stuff on the thing that we're trying to push. Instead, you take a bronzer and you go after just where the light part is. And then your eye is all one color. Isn't that weird? That's my hat trick for 11:30 at night. You got to use a matte bronzer. But when your eyes look like shit and you'll try anything, go look in a mirror and only put the bronzer with a really tiny brush where you see the light, and your eye will look completely blended. It's weird. Yep. If you have a puff like in the morning and it is like darker around it and it's lighter, you bring the lighter parts dark and then everything pushes back. Cool stuff. Oh, I just did the thing that I hate so much. Stop doing that. Never do that. Sorry. All right, you guys, I love you. We're on 3.5 hours. I'm going to bed. But message me. Let me know what you guys are interested in seeing on Sunday. I'm going to attempt to start the K-beauty fun and shenanigans. And maybe I'll have some cool stuff from the Japanese market. Felice, sending you lots of love, everybody. Mwah, 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 mwah. You have an eye bag, so my Botox lady keeps noticing. Oh, well, excuse me. Try tea bags to take down the swelling and use some kind of a gua sha tool. Most of it is fluid that you can push out. Good night, everyone. Sending lots of love to all of you. Have a good, relaxing, chill weekend. Don't watch too much news. Protect your mental health. Do a skincare instead. Mwah. Love you. Good night, guys. Good night.